A powerful winter storm is expected to dump heavy snow, which will likely lead to numerous travel issues across the region. Denver could see the biggest snowstorm of the season, with about a foot of snow expected.
Now, that same storm is going to cause severe weather. In fact, a multi-day severe weather, anywhere from the south central United States to the Midwest. And it's going to affect over 60 million people, including nighttime nocturnal thunderstorms, which can also produce some tornadoes. Coming up, I'm going to be talking about some big-time hail tonight across parts of Missouri. Let's take you live now to the cold side of this storm, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And you know what, this location just never disappoints camera-wise, right?
I don't think you could ever find an ugly day in Jackson Hole. Like, even when the weather's miserable, come on, it's so pretty. Enjoy the view and enjoy the snow in Jackson Hole. Skiers and snowboarders are going to have a fabulous weekend with plenty of fresh powder on the ground. I could say the same thing for the Rockies as you're heading out through cities like Denver onto the west into the mountain range itself. Skiers and snowboarders heading to Beaver Creek or Breckenridge or Aspen. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so nice. And I'm tremendously jealous. All right, let's talk about Denver here, because today it's not so much in the way of snow. It's actually so warm that we're going to be stuck in the rain for a while. But later tonight and overnight into tomorrow, there go the temperatures. We cool off and snow comes in a big way. It's going to start to thump pretty quickly. On that note, let me show you what's happening here on the satellite and radar. This the last 3 hours, and you can see the storm rotating here across the mountains, starting to drive more in the way of that snowfall out to the Front Range of the Rockies, back toward the Palmer Divide, into the Four Corners. It's not super heavy just yet, but we're getting there. Now watch what happens on future radar here. Watch how that blue expands as we get into the evening and overnight into tomorrow morning. Look at Denver by tomorrow morning. You are smack in the middle of it, and that's when that snow really starts to come down. Now Denver, I think the snow starts for you later tonight, but I think by tomorrow morning, that's when it gets super heavy. And now it stays relatively heavy through your Thursday and into Friday morning. We're not done just yet. This storm eventually drifts onto the south and west, and we see more in the way of rain back across the Four Corners and then on toward, let's say, southern Nevada, southern Arizona. But we keep that snow around in the mountains for a little while longer. Now, how much snow are we actually looking at here? Let's start with this. Your AccuWeather local storm max is 60 inches of snow. That means if we see some reports, especially in the highest elevations of the mountains, in that range of 60 inches, we're not going to be surprised. But more widespread, we're looking at 1.5 to 2 feet of snow in the dark blue. And even as you're getting out towards cities like, let's say, Akron, you're looking at 6 to 12 inches by the time this storm is done. I want to dig into Denver and your AccuWeather exclusive wintercast. I love this tool. It's my favorite one on the AccuWeather app. Not just because I love winter weather. I am a tad partial to it for that reason, but because it really breaks down the possibility of change. Look, the atmosphere is a fluid, and a forecast has to be fluid as well. If things change within the atmosphere, then we have to adjust accordingly. If things don't, then great. That's what we're looking at right now, 6 to 10 inches. We've been pretty steady on that for a while. We're giving that a 52% chance in the AccuWeather wintercast. But you'll notice that we've put that 10 to 15 inch range in a 35% chance. Why is that the case? Well, if temperatures can cool a little more effectively and that snow can start to thump a little bit earlier in Denver, then we can accumulate more snow. If not, then we're right back into that 6 to 10 as we're expecting right now. So just keep that in mind as you move through your day and through these next few days. Travel is going to be a bit rough. Skiers, snowboarders, snow lovers, you're going to love this. Not going to love the severe weather, though, because that's on the other side of the storm, and it's going to be tough.
Big time hail tonight.
Ugh.
Big time hail tonight. Let me explain why. It's this first piece of energy that's coming out. We talked about this yesterday, that this first piece would have a smaller area of severe weather, and I think that's going to be right compared to what we're going to see tomorrow. But it's really going to be a pretty intense area as we go through tonight. It's this piece of energy that's coming out into the Rockies, out of the Rockies and into plains. Now, here's what it's going to do. All the ingredients are coming together. This, as you lower pressure in the plains, as this system comes out, you increase the flow out of the south. So what ends up happening? Look at the warmth today being pulled northward toward Wichita, St. Louis, Kansas City. You're looking at temperatures well in the 70s to around 80 degrees. Low-level humidity. You need moisture coming in out of the south. Look at this surge of dew point, higher dew point air. It doesn't look like much right now, but you're getting that 60-degree isotherm. That's the dew point temperature up to near 60 in Oklahoma City. That's going to continue to work its way up across Missouri, right? Where temperatures are going to be what? Around 75, 80 degrees. Now, Let's take a look at the energy, because I think because of the warmth and because of the moisture and because of that energy coming out, you're going to have thunderstorms. But what's going to push it to the severe limit is how much energy do you have in the atmosphere. One of the best tools you can use is the low-level jet. Winds are around 5,000 feet. Let me show it to you. Watch how this area of wind starts to increase. Watch this dark purple. I'm going to stop this right around 3 o'clock. Up until now, there's not much going on. This whole area increases here. And it's not only the fact that you're increasing the wind, that the winds are going to be strong, but they're increasing really fast, right? And with that, you're going to get intense upward motion. And you notice where you have the leading edge of that dark purple right along Interstate 70, right? So you're just increasing the wind flow in here. And watch how the thunderstorms form along the leading edge of this low-level jet around 6, 7 o'clock tonight. Not much now, not much going on through early to mid-afternoon. Up until 6, you're fine, but there they go. And then watch the explosion right near Kansas City. Look at that. Now, they're circular in appearance. What does that tell me? Hail. And we talked with Guy Pearson about this yesterday, our severe weather expert in our severe weather center in Wichita, Kansas. And he mentioned, watch out northeast Kansas, southeastern Nebraska for the higher tornado threat here. And you'll notice as those thunderstorms continue to pop, they look very suspicious for tornadoes here. And you'll notice there's that zone, northeastern Kansas, southeastern Nebraska, right toward Kansas City. That's where the thunderstorms are going to be most numerous. That's our medium risk. Hail, big time hail. How big is the hail, Christina? Golf ball size to tennis ball size hail. That's what we're looking for. By the way, really quick, we don't have a lot of time. Barry rapped me minutes ago.
Yes.
Severe weather tomorrow, there it is. It's a larger area, but we're really focusing on that southern zone around Dallas and Little Rock for the most severe weather.